traditional network monitoring tool like SNMP, Syslog, and CLI have been around for more than 30 years now. So we will discuss about why telemetry is the future of network monitoring system. So before we deep dive into the telemetry part of it, so SNMP, Syslog, CLI that we are using for last 30 years, right? And now based on the cloud-driven, AI-driven, high-speed network, based on this, we'll break down this telemetry, how we replace these old tools and how it'll give us a real-time scalable visibility, right? That modern networks demands. So SNMP, Syslog, CLI are the backbone of the network visibility before, right? So if you talk about SNMP and Syslog or CLI, right? From a device perspective, we pool the information. From a syslog, basically we often get the logs from there. So it's too slow when we compare SNMP. It also incomplete and it is specific to the network as well as difficult and based on the operational perspective. SNMP, most of the network it pull for every 5 to 15 minutes and it is heavy. SNMP is very heavy computational burdens that we have. And it is in a pull model. So whenever we talk about NMS, it has to constantly ask the device for the update. Whereas with Syslog, the message don't always follow a strict format. And it's often incomplete as well. So when we talk about CLI perspective, it's terrible for an automation perspective. So what we need a visibility, right? So there is a visibility gap. And due to this slow response, we need to enter into telemetry. So telemetry solves the problem. So instead of using a device waiting to be pulled, so basically router pushes data continuously to a collector. So this gives what? This gives a real-time update. It's granular, no pulling overhead required. So based on this model, the device always push data to the collector. There is no requirement. So we need to what? We need to do a subscription based. We need to subscribe the data and based on that, it will stream continuously. So when we talk about telemetry, it's when we talk about SNMP, it's pool the data, right? When we talk about telemetry, it will detect the failure and it will push the information to the collector immediately in the real time. So it is optimized. Whenever you want to do an optimization of your traffic flow, you can do that with a real-time view of the data. So it eliminates the manual intervention and based on that, we take leverage of telemetry. So it's complete and it will give you the entire visibility of the entire network if we are leveraging telemetry. So when we talk about a model-driven telemetry, so let's say a telemetry becomes more powerful when it's a model-driven. And the components are, you can define a set of sensors and those sensors are based on Yang models. The Yang models are basically structured and standardized data. So when we subscribe a data, and this is based on we are subscribing to a service, right? Similar, it's a subscription to that particular component, and then it will start continuously sending, right? The router streams data to a configured interval. So we will have a configured interval to it. And then when an event occurs, depending on the mode that we are using, so it will start streaming. So when we talk about like a device, which is doing the telemetry. So what it is happening is, in general, it's need a transport, right, to the collector, and it's need how it will send the data to that collector. So the transport mode that we will use with telemetry is TCP, UDP, or gRPC. So gRPC is extremely efficient when we talk about sending the data. So, and the data encoding is basically protobuf and JSON. So gRPC is extremely efficient and it supports encryption, authentication, it supports multiplexing, and then it's a bidirectional streaming as well. And there are different modes that it works with. So the modes are basically dial out and dial in. So whenever it initializes the telemetry, we have either a dial out or a dial in method. So dial out method is basically when the router initiates this session and stream data to the collector, which is based on, like, we should have a TCP three-way handshake, and then once we have that, and then it will start streaming the data towards the collector. So TCP and gRPC will be used, and the transport is basically used to initiate to the initiator is by the device. When we talk about the dial-in method, so dial-in method is where the collector connects to the router and then you need to subscribe the data. So directly we will have a subscription from the collector and then we will have data streaming. It's only for the gRPC. So both use Yang models, but GNMI becomes the standard for the model telemetry. So when we talk about the collectors, right, how we collect and where we'll store this. So we have different collectors that has been there. Many different options like Elastic Stack, we have Grafana, we have Prometheus, we have InfluxDB, and also there is Cisco pipeline is also there. So the collectors in general stores, index those data and use for visualization, and it will help to analyze huge amount of data through telemetry. What it enables a real-time dashboard. It enables you to predict the analytics. It automates your alerting system, capacity planning, and adaptive to the network tuning. So why telemetry matters today in the modern network, cloud, AI, clusters, automation frameworks? Now everything, we will see that in the lab. So in this lab, what we are doing is we are trying to enable telemetry subscription to send CPU utilization of the device and one interface. So first thing, we need to enable telemetry ITF subscription for that. And once we enable that, we need to configure the encoding of the data using Google protocol buffer, which is GBP protocol. So in this, gRPC is being used for the communication, and gRPC uses protocol buff as an interface. And then we will use XPath filter that will do our data to stream as per the XPath filter, which is CP for CPU utilization. If you see here, this is the path, subscription path that I'm talking about before. And we need to have to set the interval as well as 5 seconds. So every 5 seconds, it will start streaming. Also, we want an interface to be streamed. So in this router, what we are doing is gigabit Ethernet. We want to do that. So we need to mention the source address of the device, of the interface. And then what we need to do is we need to configure the periodic data streaming using Yang push model. So which is the periodic Yang push is more efficient in terms of request and response. Then we'll configure the streaming protocol gRPC and the receiver's IP as 192.168.2.20. And then it will start receiving at port number 57000. And then we will configure another subscription that will enable streaming for statistical data for the interface. And then data will be pushed every 100 seconds, every 1 second and 100 centiseconds. So the receiver IP we will need to mention, and the receiver data on the port number. And then what we are doing is we will be checking this telemetry ITF subscription with for the receiver. Next path filter, and then so need to give the interface name from where we want to stream it, and then the statistics. Then we need to mention the source address of that particular interface. Streaming used by Yang Push. Updating the periodic timers, like update policy periodic 500. And the receiver IP address and the port number. And the protocol that we use is gRPC over TCP. The transport. So let's check whether netconf is already been enabled or not. So include netconf. And then they show a telemetry ITF subscription 1 with the receiver command, which will give us the subscription status. And if you see that subscription status, we'll be able to see the state and the explanation as transport requested and then connection requested is in progress. Let's start the telegraph service. The telegraph service started. And here, using the following command, we'll see the telegraph configuration file. And it is listening which port basically. ITF subscription. State is connected. So two subscription that we have, 1 and 2. Let's see the telegraph conf with the Prometheus client. So Prometheus basically where records the metrics in the time series database to build the HTTPS pull model. Basically, it will be flexible with a flexible queries and real-time alerting. So let's start the Prometheus status service and then check the status of it. Now going to the URL, I'll able to access using 127.0.0.1 with the port number 9090 to access the Prometheus GUI. Here we need to see the status, and in the status we need to see the target. Once we have the target, we'll see whether the telegraph status is up. So based on this telegraph status, now it starts streaming everything. Now we'll see that what about the Grafana. Let's start the Grafana, which will able to visualize the graphs that we have. Once it's started, we need to go to the browser, and then with the same IP address, port number is 3000. So this is a Grafana login page. We'll log into the device, log into the portal with username password. Just for now, we'll skip it. So once we are there in the console, so let's go to the home and then let's navigate to Cisco IOS-XE. So with Cisco IOS-XE, we'll see that the CPU utilization and the interface data what we trying to stream, right? So let's initiate some of the traffic going to the Cisco box and then initiate the traffic to see whether it's exactly working or not. So initiating a traffic, we can use ping test with a size and repeat count. Let's do a repeat for some time and then we'll see the interval. And also in that case, we will able to see the CPU utilization because it is using some of the CPU cycles and also the interface data because of the data packets that it starts sending. So if you see that, so interface, so CPU and interface states. So now my interface is start initiating ping packets, and at the same time CPU is also using some of the cycles which we are able to capture real time. Let's stop this ping and then see what is the change it will be. So right now my interface data is there, my CPU data is coming from the device. So what we have learned from this is basically we learned that enabling telemetry, the device starts sending, and based on subscription model, device starts streaming the data continuously to the collector, right? We're able to store the data, store those information, convert that information in a time series database, and then export it to Grafana. And then we're able to see the interface statistics and we're able to see the CPU utilization. Hope you will like this video. Thank you so much for watching.